Thank you for choosing Northwest Missouri State University Dual Credit. This short video will assist you through the process of completing the online application to enroll. To start, your school district will likely give you a flyer like the one attached on the screen with a QR code or a hyperlink that will lead you to the online application form you will need to complete. Once you go to the hyperlink or the QR code web address, you will enter your username and password into the login box. If you have not yet created a new account through this system, we have a separate video for creating a new account that walks you through that process. So in these boxes, please enter your username and password, and then automatically the application and enrollment form should fill your screen. You will begin by filling out the enrollment request section. Noted on the left side of your screen, you will need to indicate the two check boxes that you are eligible for dual credit and the term that you're wanting to enroll into. And then you can see a zoomed in version of the drop-down boxes of the items that you'll select about student type, program, and the term. The student contact information section is information we need to collect about the student. The students are initiating these application and enrollment forms, and later this form will be sent on to parent and guardian, as well as the school district in order to approve. So this portion of student contact information should be filled out by the student. Please note that all red asterisk fields are required fields to be completed. The personal email address field should auto-populate with the email address associated with the created account you have with Dynamic Forms. Once you've completed all the information about how to contact the student, there is a section about receiving text messages. You will either select yes or no and double check that your email addresses above are filled out correctly. The next portion of the form is the parent and legal guardian information section. This needs to be filled in accordance to an individual that can go into the system and approve the application and enrollment into dual credit classes. Please note that this is auto-generating an email message to the parent legal guardian email address indicated in this box. So please double check that for accuracy, that is the correct email address for the parent or guardian. If for any reason the incorrect information is entered into this email address box, the form will not be able to be processed, and we will need to be contacted at the dual credit office in order to change it to the correct information. The next section of the application form is about the student resident status and demographic information. The student will fill out all of these components in regards to the student. Note there's also a student high school information section where the student will list their high school that they currently attend, their projected graduation date, and then the high school counselor that will be reached on their behalf. If for any reason you do not see your high school counselor or designated school person listed in the drop-down box, please contact the dual credit office. Additionally, some students will use their ACT scores in order to be placed into the appropriate dual credit courses or to be admitted to the university. If you have any test scores, be sure that you do list the high school that you are currently attending, as well as the associated test scores for any of the standardized tests listed in the box here. If students are participating in an off-site, out of high school program, such as the CAPS program, a career center, or a technical school, in this high school information section, they will still need to put the home high school for which they normally attend. The next section is about the student's course information. You will note for each course, there is a course delivery drop-down box. Within that box, there are several options available. If the student is attending a high school class within their high school building with one of their teachers in person teaching the course, that is a face-to-face in my high school box that needs to be selected. If they're taking an online class taught by a university professor or adjunct, they will need to click on the online with Northwest Professor box. If the student is attending any of the off-campus programs, such as Northland CAPS, Southland CAPS, Northwest Technical School, Northland Career Center, or the North Kansas State School District College and Career Pathway Internship Program, They will want to select one of those boxes under this course information section. This is very important to select the correct course delivery because this auto-populates the next piece in the second screenshot where it says high school course, the course title, number, and instructor. So all of the courses available to this student through that course delivery will populate in the course title, number, and instructor box. The student will need to complete the delivery and the title, number, instructor information for each course they are wanting to enroll into. If a second course is available for the student and they wish to enroll, there is the add additional course by clicking here, checkbox at the end of each of the course sections. This is how to add an additional course. If there is no second course for the student that they wish to take, do not click this box and can simply move on to the latter sections of the form. Please ensure that all course delivery and high school course title, number, and instructor information is completed for all the courses the student wishes to enroll into, and we don't have any boxes that have been left blank or unselected items. This could hinder the student's enrollment. Once all of the course information has been completed, the students will move on to the student acknowledgement of responsibilities section. This gives them a lot of pertinent and detailed information about different policies at the university and that they understand the process of what will be happening moving forward. At the bottom portion of that, there is also a FERPA release section. So this is where the student can give permission or not to the parent or legal guardian to discuss their financial records, which is their bill, or any other academic obligations, so that we can communicate with the parent or guardian in regards to the student's particular enrollment into which particular courses. The students will need to select yes or no on this box to proceed to the next section. The final portion of the section for the student is to sign off on the form. They will do so by clicking on the yellow box that says click to sign. A separate pop-up window will come up and allow them to enter their first and last name and to select electronically. And that will bring back a digital signature to the original form with a date, and the student will at this point submit the form. Once the form has been successfully submitted, the student should see a thank you for applying for dual credit enrollment screen that will pop up automatically. This indicates that the form has now automatically been sent to the parent and legal guardian email address that was listed on the form. The parents at this point will go into the form and approve for the enrollment to actually occur. Once the parent has approved, it will move on to the high school partner in order for them to approve that this enrollment will occur. If you have any questions about the process, you were not able to complete different portions of the form, or have any corrections or edits to the information you already completed in the form, please contact the Northwest Dual Credit Office at dualcr@nwmissouri.edu.